Welcome to the Google Calendar settings video. Within this video, we're going to take a look at the different settings that you can adjust and change as part of your Google Calendars. So you can do a generic change, but you can also change settings within individual calendars. I'm going to go ahead and go over to the cog, and over here is where you'll find the settings menu. So we'll click on settings. And you notice you have general, calendars, and labs. We're going to focus on the general tab today in this particular video. So within here, you notice you can change the language if you want. You can also change the country in which you're from. You can change time zone if you happen to be set up in the wrong time zone. For the most part, you should be okay taking care of all that, so I wouldn't worry about all that. You can also change the date format depending on what you prefer, depending on how you want it to look. The default is the month, date, and year, so I usually keep it to that. And then you can also change the time format if you like standard time, if you like what they call Army time. Okay. Events from Gmail you can add automatically. So basically, if someone sends you an event through Gmail, it'll automatically come to your calendar. It'll be there as tentative, or it'll be there as you can accept it or decline it within your calendar. You can also uncheck that, and it said they won't automatically. So now when you get your email, you have to click on accept before it actually goes to your calendar. I'm going to go ahead and enable that back just so I can have it there. So default duration, typically I go ahead and change this to 15 minutes because during the school day, meetings sometimes start at 3:15 and go to 3:45 or 3:45 to 4:15 or whatever. So every 15 minutes is typically what I stick with. You saw that the default was 60 minutes, so you can change that as well. You can also change default to where that doesn't give you an end time. I would go ahead and put it to 15 minutes. I have never used the speedy meetings. You can check that out and encourage people to have speedy meetings, but I don't know if that really works out. You can also change your start date from Sunday, Monday, or Saturday, depending on how you want to view. I just keep mine at default on Sunday as well. Here you can dim past events, dim recurring events, future events, so that you don't have to see things so far in advance. You don't have to see things in the past. You can turn that on and off as well. Show weekends in the week and month view. So yes and no. If it's just a school calendar, you don't need weekends shown. You can take those off. Here's where you have your default view. If you only want to see the day when you come into your calendar, of course you can change that. But the default is what, as soon as you open your calendar, that's what it's going to go to. You can change it anytime, but that's what it's going to go to. So I'd like to keep mine at the week. The custom view, so if you happen to have chosen custom view here in the 4 days, you can change that to, I want to actually be 6 days or 5 days, and it's going to show the next 5 days that happen to be coming up. If you add your location in here, we show that you can actually show your weather. So click on location there, and then you want to show weather in like Celsius. So let's do that. So let's say that I want the Fahrenheit, Columbia, Missouri. And so when I finish this video, I'll hit save, and you'll see that the weather pops up here. So events that you've declined, yes or no, so you can still see those events on your calendar even though you've declined them. I usually check no on that one just because if I've declined it, it doesn't need to be on my calendar. Automatically invitations to my calendar, so this is the invitation piece. And then alternative calendar, don't usually mess with that. And then keyboard shortcuts and display tips, I don't mess with either. So I'm going to go ahead and click save. And you can see that up here that the weather has popped in. So I hang over it, and I see Columbia, Missouri, high of 78, low of 67. And I can see that it's got clouds in it. And I can see the next 4 days out there with the weather. So it's kind of a neat little feature. Not one necessarily you need, but anyway, that's just the general settings within your Google Calendar.